I don't wanna hear I can't. I just wanna get to the bands, yeah. Getting money was the plan. Niggas really wouldn't understand, yeah. Bitch call me Kevin Durant.
Hey, it's your boy Smoked Out Bill. You already know. Famous Athletics, #1 channel. Subscribe and like for more boxing videos. It's all about boxing on this side, baby. You already know. Anyways, man, we got this Danny Garcia and Brandon Rios bout coming up. I just want to talk about it a little bit more. Talk about the welterweight division, and how things are looking. So far, so good this year. This year is a big year for bouts. We got a few good bouts, actually. And not only in the welterweight, just in boxing in general, actually. But in particularly, I just want to talk about the Danny Garcia and Rios fight, because I feel like this fight leads to bigger fights, future fights for Danny Garcia. Maybe a rematch with Lucas Matisse, maybe a rematch with Keith One-Time Thurman. Who knows, man? Danny Garcia got a lot of options on his table right now, and basically he could slowly take over the welterweight division depending on who he fights. Because if he fights Keith Thurman, there's a chance he could beat him, but then again, there's a chance that he might not, because we already seen how he fought Thurman. The outcome wasn't what he wanted it to be. So now as far as Brandon Rios, I believe that this is a pretty easy fight for Danny Garcia. No disrespect to Brandon Rios. He's pretty much one of those fighters that you shouldn't put with big names, because you know he's not gonna. You pretty much know he's not gonna beat any big name out there because of the style of fighting he brings to the table. He's more like a punching bag. Once again, no disrespect to Brandon Rios, but yeah, when he fought Manny Pacquiao, he was more like a punching bag. And I believe when he fights Danny Garcia, it's going to be the same outcome. You can't take too much time off of boxing and expect to come back and take a W. It doesn't work like that. You have to be active. We all see what happens with boxers that are active in the game, and we all see the results that they bring to the table. Now, example, Amir Khan, what happened to him when he was a little bit inactive when he fought Canelo? He got knocked out, basically. And, you know, the results didn't equal to where they were supposed to be. So, I mean, I believe, like I said, I don't take nothing away from Brandon Rios. But I just feel that if he wants to make a comeback, it shouldn't be against somebody like Danny Garcia. He should slowly come back and rebuild himself. And once he start winning bouts, maybe then he could build a bout like the one he just took. And in Danny Garcia's case, I think he did the perfect thing. And I say that because he just came off a loss to Keith Thurman. And for you to jump into a fight right away, you know, that's actually not a good thing. Especially if it's a big fight with a top player in the division. Like, I wouldn't want to see Danny Garcia fight Errol Spence right after he fights Keith Thurman. And I know a lot of you guys probably might not agree with me, but the longer you last in the sport, I feel the longer, the better. Simple as that. You guys might not agree with me, but, I mean, think about it. You don't want to see a guy fight the top fights in his division or the top 10 guys back to back, because either the guy's career is going to be short, or we're going to be left with seeing rematches, which is good, but at the same time, it's not that good for boxing. Now, if you ask me, is Brandon Rios credible enough to give Danny Garcia a good fight? Well, I can't necessarily say that, because once again, Brandon Rios hasn't fought in a few months. His last bout was June, I believe, 2017, when he fought Aaron Herrera. And previous to that, he fought Timothy Bradley and got knocked out due to a body shot. So, once again, Brandon Rios fights top-notch players, like, for example, Manny Pacquiao, Timothy Bradley, and Mike Alvarado. And he already lost to them. So, it's not like I'm saying he's just a punching bag, but I don't think his career is managed correctly. I don't think he took the correct route in order to succeed how he is, and in order to make me believe that he can beat Danny Garcia, because at this point he looks like a punching bag, and he looks like this is the perfect situation for him to try and make a comeback. And Danny's eyes is just a tune-up bout for the next big fight. Now the welterweight division, in other hands, has been turning up a little bit from what I see. Just this week we had Lucas Matisse win his bout against Tiwa Karam for the WBA welterweight championship, regular championship actually. Now he quickly called out Danny Garcia and Manny Pacquiao right after the bout, and says he either wants to fight Manny Pacquiao or rematch Danny Garcia at 147. Now, my take with that, I think what Danny's doing in fighting Brandon Rios is perfect, because now it turns out that he can take a big fight after he beats Brandon Rios, if so. And a person like Lucas Matisse in a bout at 147, that would be exciting in my eyes, just for the simple fact that they fought at 140. Danny Garcia beat him. It seems like Lucas Matisse been calling him out ever since then for some reason. In a couple bouts, I don't know if he feels a certain way about losing to a younger boxer, or I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he just can't take the loss. But I just feel that bout will be exciting, because Lucas Matisse did win his last bout prior to this one, and I believe he fought Emmanuel Taylor, if I'm not mistaken, which is, he's known to fight at 140, but he's still a credible name in my eyes for Lucas Matisse to slowly make his comeback. And just think about it, him fighting Danny Garcia at 147, who knows, it could be a different outcome this time. We really can't predict this, because now Danny has a loss, and we seen Danny lose. So now it's not something that we're looking forward to having Danny fight him and us feeling like, oh, we don't want Danny to lose. Now it's okay, he probably can beat Danny, because we already seen that Danny's beatable. Who knows? So that's where I say it turns out to be exciting. It could turn out to be a big fight, and Brandon Rios versus Danny Garcia is the tune-up bout that I believe could lead into bigger things. Example, Danny Garcia rematches Lucas Matisse, Danny Garcia fights Errol Spence, or Danny Garcia rematches Keith One-Time Thurman, which is perfect to me, because it's still in the loop. Let me know what you think below in the comments, though, if you feel a different way, if you don't. And subscribe, man. It's your boy Smoked Out Bill checking out. You already know, Famous Athletics.